was on the block, right? Wasn't in my right mind. Just a young nigga hustling, trying to get mines. Moving with the 9 double M. The homies like, you don't really want to fuck with him. Yeah, a young teenager infatuated with paper. Yeah, I had to get it cause mama, she wasn't able. Black and white TV set, no cable. 40s in the fridge, chicken noodles on the table. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. A child of the ghetto raised off a different tune. Watching Bob Barker in my living room. If your price was right, I can get you a whole living room. Yeah, them was my gutter ways. Back in them gutter days, no education, but the gutter pays. Through it all came a long way. From selling the yay, fist fights to gunplay in the ghetto. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's right there. That's the first verse of All My Life, man. Make sure y'all cop that on the iTunes, man. You already know how it is, man. On that right there, I just kept it gutter, man. And kept it ghetto, man, because that's what I represent, man. I came from the bottom and I'm working my way up to the top, so that's what that's about right there, man.
Alright. No
Yeah.
doubt. Alright, well, we appreciate you stopping through. JRockLoud.com.
Man, you already know. JRockLoud.com. You already know what it is. Check your boy out. J-Rock, Watch Finest, Top Dog Entertainment. Yeah.
You're in town just kind of doing some press shots, like just, you know, kind of reaching out to the East Coast type of thing? Or
I'm out here on my grind, man. I love New York, man. Shout out to New York, all my New York cats out here. Shout out to K Slade, Pat Pools, man. My boy Gravy, man. Fendi, man. You know, I'm just out here on my grind, man. You know, I'm finna do a little photo shoot, Machiavelli, straight out of Europe, man. You know, new clothing line coming out, man. Nobody got this right here, so you know,
Okay.
I'm out here just doing my stuff, man. Man, this shout out to Lexus, man. This I'm in works with Machiavelli. This a new brand, you know, but it's in Europe though. This
Okay.
the Europe version right here, man. You know, it's exclusive. Don't nobody got this shit right now, so you know I'm the only one rocking it right now. Feel me?
and they're brand new or what?
Yeah, this fresh right here, man. All this is fresh right now, man.
Well, I mean, like the, you know what I mean, like the actual the clothing line themselves, like they're just starting out, or
no, they Machiavelli been out, but this just it's in Europe though.
okay.
Feel me? So
Alright.
they got a new brand, and you know, hopefully I'm gonna be over there, man, and doing my stuff over there, doing a couple of shows over there and things like that.
Okay. And they hollered at you to get you involved in the whole thing?
Yeah. She actually, I think we was up in Atlanta when I actually didn't holler at her, and she said she, you know what I'm saying, seen me on the internet and checked me out, you know. So it is what it is, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, musically, obviously you got like the Lil Wayne track, you know what I mean? Talk, you know, we can talk, you know, future projects and everything, but talk a little bit about how that track, you know, came together. You know, the Wayne, like, affiliation or, you know, everything like that.
Like, I was in the studio, man. I needed a track. So I had Cool and Dre. I had met Cool and Dre a minute ago, and I had their emails and stuff on my phone. So I emailed them like, man, I need some tracks. So they sent me a gang of beats, and I was going through the tracks, and I heard that one. I'm like, man, this right here is a hit.
Yeah, it's dope.
So you know, I just put my verse. I did my thing to it. So I was like, you know, I'm like, man, I was like, man, I want somebody on this, like somebody, you know, I want to get somebody on it. And how I met Wayne at a show back home at Universal Studios, and like I hollered at him, we exchanged numbers. So
Out in LA and shit?
yeah, out
Okay.
of LA. So he told me, man, whenever you want to do something, I'm a phone call away. So I was like, okay. You know, at the time I still had the tracks in. I'm like, man, that's who I'm gonna throw on that motherfucker. So, you know, I gave him a call. He told me he was a phone call away. I gave him a call. You know, he a busy man. He big as life, so it was kind of hard catching up with him. Man, I didn't want to do no email and stuff or nothing like that. I wanted to be live and direct with it, get that, you know what I'm saying, a whole good vibe. So I just took it upon myself to buy me and my boys a plane ticket to come where he was at. He was like way in Virginia somewhere doing a show or something. I'm like, man, I'm gonna come to you. Man, we go, you know what I'm saying, get in the studio so you can, you know what I'm saying, knock it out. So we went there, got some studio time, and made it happen. It was a beautiful thing, man. Shout out to Lil Wayne, man. He did his stuff.
All right.
You know, and how I got Will I Am on it, I just so happened to run into him at the studio. We was in Santa Monica. I think we was at the, I forgot the name of that studio. The record plant I think we was at. He was
Okay.
up in there, and you know, I chopped it up with him, and I'm like, man, I think I hear you on this hook right here. And he heard the track. He fell in love with it too, and he did his stuff on it. So it was a rap, man. All my life in the ghetto, man.
No doubt. That's dope.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and you've done a little bit of work with Game too, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Game, whole Black Wall Street. Yeah, Game. I got him on the album too. I got him on this song called California Soul. That's crazy. He on the hook of it too. He actually produced the track. You know, I just did my verses to it, and when he heard the verses, he just jumped on the hook, and it made it a beautiful, like, man, a crazy. The track is crazy, man.
Okay.
First and foremost, fuck the critics. They don't know I live it. For the dub on my fitted, I wear it like a pendant. Y City Dun Dada, Who Hada, Nada, LA King, Mufasa. Shout out to old cools, yeah, we rep the same casa. West Coast Chronic 2009, y'all still tripping off the set smoke. Show me a dime, kill a pussy with my death stroke. Every time you best know, my style canal, I got the best flow. I stay with the pound, keep money under the flow, so I'm good from the ground. Up, levitate your soul, I ain't fucking around. Blood, cuz, whatever. Let's get this cheddar like Cheeto Puffs. Keep O's of that bad boy Kush, we gon' puff and shine like the homie that got locked up. When you see me, it's J-Rock, and you better say what's up. East Side, you already know how it's going, man.
What we do at loud.com, obviously, you know, it's unsigned rappers and unsigned producers, like people trying to basically, you know, come up in the music industry and you know, make something of their talent, put it to good use and everything like that. And you know, I think that they will probably benefit from hearing a little bit more like about your story and kind of, I mean, you know, raised in Watts, you know, and everything like that, like, you know, projects and gangs and, you know, all types of stuff going on. How does somebody go from that environment to being signed to, you know, a major label like Warner and being able to holler at Lil Wayne like on, you know, on a cell phone? Like,
what's crazy about it, man, like, well, tell you the truth, man, like back in the days, man, like I was in the streets, man, like I used to, like when I used to rap, it was just like a hobby. It wasn't as if I was real serious with it at the time. It was just like all my homies back home was into, like a lot of them, most of them was into the rapping thing. They was like, man, we trying to blow, man, we trying to make it happen. I used to be like, oh yeah, for real? And then they used to call me to come through the studio, like, man, you want to get down? And,
yeah.
well, you know, I just come through, you know, have fun, sip a little something, and get on the mic. It was just for fun. I used to just play with it. I really wasn't serious about it because, you know, rap, at the time, it wasn't putting no money in my pocket. I wasn't eating off that, so, you know, I had to do what I had to do.
Right. But,
you know, it caught the ear. It caught the ear of one of my big homies from my neighborhood. I really didn't know he was into the music thing like that. And he used to always come through the hood and try to, you know what I'm saying, try to talk to me and, like, you know what I'm saying, talk to the young homies and try to get them, like, not to be, you know what I'm saying, doing all no stupid stuff. I don't want to try to end them back up in jail. But I used to always, you know what I'm saying, like, man, if I see him, I used to try to run and all that. But he heard one of my songs, he heard one of my tapes.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, you know, man, I'm going to come snatch him up, man. I'm looking for him. And he used to roll through the hood like, anybody seen J-Rock? Where he at? I'm looking for him. Like, ooh, if you see him, tell him I want to holler at him. I used to holler for him. But one time he rolled up on me while I was outside getting my hair cut.
Yeah.
And, you know, he called me. He sat me down and talked to me like, man, I want you to come to the studio. And, you know, shout out to Dude Dog, man. He snatched me up, put me in the studio, man. Kept me in there. I mean, it's like he slaved me in that mug. Like, I mean, I was in the studio just working on my craft. I mean, he had the doors locked. I'm just in there going in on my rap stuff.
That's
you know
dope.
What I'm saying, man? It was like, it's kind of like, he's like kind of like a big brother. Like, he came and snatched me up off the streets, dog, and showed me like, this is it right here, man. You know, so, you know, I was in the studio. He made it happen for me. He like, man, you know, he had a couple of connects with, you know what I'm saying, a couple of record labels and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, man, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna see what it do. You know what I'm saying, if we get a call back, and then it's on, you know. So happily he sent my CD up to Warner Brothers, and, you know what I'm saying, they gave us that call, and from there on, it was like a rap, dog, and it was crazy.